So class, yesterday we have just started the Indian Contract Act, okay? And we know that the contract is divided into the general principle of contract and special principle of contract. So today we have to finish the general principle of contract, in which yesterday I have told you to remember the one formula of the general principle of contract, and that is offer when accepted is equal to promise, and promise in one word or in legal term it is known as agreement. In agreement, when there is a law enforceability, that is called contract. That is a basic formula of the term contract. And what we have read, Apala sir and Raju sir, we have read basically social agreement, domestic agreement, and your religious agreement. We do not deal these types of agreement. We have to deal with the legal agreement, right? Hope so you all have revised the yesterday class, right? Mukul sir, Surya sir, you all have revised, Sujata ma'am, the yesterday class. Okay, that's cool. So, in today, we have done first point, second point, third point. Now, it is a fourth one, that free consent. If any contract is going on between me and Sarat sir, that should be with a free consent, without any pressure. And if these terms, coercion, undue influence, fraud, misrepresentation, mistake, if these terms will come in our contract, suppose coercion means to threaten. Sujata ma'am, by just gunpoint, Nikita ma'am signed this document. By the afraid, I just signed the document. The contract is there, but that contract is not free consent. So in that case, if Nikita ma'am by threatening sign the document, so Nikita ma'am have a right to breach the contract. So it means the contract will be voidable. What is voidable? One party have a right to breach the contract. So Nikita ma'am, because Sujata ma'am have given threatened to me, so Nikita ma'am have a right, that is called voidable. And if any contract is done by undue influence, coercion, fraud, and misrepresentation, the contract will be voidable contract. This is a new term that you have to understand. What is voidable? Voidable means simply one party have a right to breach the contract. What is undue influence? By influencing someone, you are taking the property of her. Suppose Sujata ma'am is a very great, priest. What she is saying, Nikita ma'am, if you give your all the property to me, you will enjoy your whole life. By listening this, Nikita ma'am become very happy. Nikita ma'am actually just go in the influence of Sujata ma'am, and she just write all the property to her. But after when she wake up, the contract will be voidable. Nikita ma'am have a right to breach the contract. That is called undue influence. What is fraud? To deceive someone. Sujata ma'am is deceiving me, concealing something that is very essential to the particular document. After detecting that fraud is there, Nikita ma'am have a right to breach the contract. Misrepresentation, Sujata ma'am is representing a wrong thing to me, and I have just signed the agreement. Contract is done. But after, when I get the knowledge that she is representing me the wrong thing, I have a right to breach the contract. So if any contract is done by coercion, undue, fraud, and misrepresentation, the contract will be voidable. And what is voidable contract? One party have option to breach the contract. That is called voidable. Dhanu sir, undue influence means just like your spiritual guru and chela. Influencing someone, influencing that if you do this, suppose a guru is there. A guru is saying, if you want to clear the JAIIB exam, you have to give me all the property in my name. What is this? I'm influencing you to give all the property. That is called undue influence. It is just like a hypnotize. Hypnotize. Okay, Dhanu sir, hypnotize someone. Bilingual batch of LRB 26th of September. Swapnil sir. Okay. So this is the simple statement. What the conclusion of this statement, that every contract should be of free consent. If there is these things, contract cannot be the valid contract. That is so simple. Contract cannot be the valid contract. And if there is any mistake, so under mistake, the contract will be also the void. Okay, the contract will be not. Let's just say bank is with some insurance to some party. He will sign the document later. The party claimed that he was misled. Exactly, Sujata ma'am. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. Now, first of all, just try to understand the basic concept. Then you can easily put this point in the bank also. Suppose the fifth point is there, ma'am, that the party must be competent to contract. What is competent to contract? Competent means the party must be plus 18, then he can come in the bank. The party must be sound mind. What is sound mind? The person who is understand what is right and what is wrong. We are the sound mind person, and the person should not be disqualified by law. So these person can only enter into the bank. So first of all, try to clear the concept from the basic level, ma'am. Then you can easily put this example in the this one. Suppose class, if the 6-year child want to open the account, can he do? Tell me, a 6-year child comes and he want to open the account. The answer is no. Why? Because ma'am, we have read in the concept that for any contract, the party must be major, sound mind, and not disqualified by law. That's it. So it means that minor cannot enter into contract. Lunatic, it means a mad person cannot do any contract. Mad person cannot do any contract. And the person who is disqualified by law, it means by law they are disqualified, they cannot do contract. Ma'am, now what are the person that is disqualified by law? Convict person. Just class, tell me, convict person means the person who is in the jail. The person who is in the jail, can he do the contract? Neeraj sir, hold on. We will explain it. The person who is in the jail, can he open the account in the bank? The answer is no. No. Foreign sovereign diplomatic staff, they cannot do direct contract. They have to take permission with the President of India. Then only they can do contract with anybody. So these things are important for any valid contract. And in the bank also, we have to do the valid contract. One sir is saying, ma'am, the minor can come into the bank with the help of the guardian. That is but obvious. If the 10-year child want to open the account, so but obvious, the natural guardian with their caretaker. Natural guardian will their caretaker. Exactly. Okay. Now, a very famous case, Mohari Bibi versus Dharmodash. You do not have to remember the case, but what exactly happened in this case? In this case, it was said that if any contract is done by the minor, if any contract is done by the minor, that contract will be from the initial stage, it is void ab initio. What is void ab initio? It's simply meaning initially it is void. That is called void ab initio. It's a law. I'm not saying this term. It's a law that if any agreement is done by minor, that agreement will be void ab initio. Exactly, Sujata ma'am. It is void, not voidable. It is void. Because voidable is different thing. Voidable contract means one party have a right to breach the contract. Fraud, coercion, misrepresentation, and undue influence. In these cases, ma'am, you have to use the word void. Okay. There must be lawful consideration in the valid contract. There should be valid, for the valid contract, there should be a lawful consideration. And what is consideration? Consideration means something for something. The guardian will be responsible. Surya sir, guardian will be responsible. What is foreign sovereign and diplomatic sarar sir? You know, the person who come from outside India, they just stay under the a cover of government. They are the diplomatic staff. Foreign sovereign means the person outside India, under the guidance, he and she is living under the guidance of central government or state government. So you cannot, you are the normal person, you cannot do contract with them. You have to take permission with the government, then only you can do contract with the foreign sovereign and diplomatic staff. Okay, so that's it. That's cool. So class, suppose if Nikita ma'am and Siraj sir want to do any contract, Nikita ma'am is giving drugs to the Siraj sir, and in that for drugs, Nikita ma'am is giving 5 lakh rupees. Can this will be the lawful consideration? Can this can be the lawful? The answer is no, because drugs is totally illegal. So if the consideration is not lawful, that cannot convert into the valid contract. That's it. That cannot convert into the valid contract. So we are studying the points that should be the valid contract. So there must be lawful consideration. See, it means something for something, that is price for the promise, and an agreement without consideration is void. An agreement in which there is no consideration, that agreement is void. Are you getting my point? Suppose if I am giving you a gift, Ravinder sir, if I am giving you a gift and later on I just take back my gift, can you go to the court? Can you go to the court? Because I have given you the gift. It's my choice. It is not in the written way. It is not in the written way. So an agreement that is without consideration, because in the gift you are not giving me anything. So that is without consideration. So that agreement is totally a void. Seventh point, the performance must not be impossible. It means in the valid contract, performance must be possible. Then what happened when the performance will be not possible? Then it will become void. Simple. Suppose, sir, X and Y is there. X person is saying, if you bring star for me, I will give you 5 lakh rupees. Can it be possible? Can it be possible, class? The answer will be not possible. So if thing will not possible, ma'am, then it cannot be said as the this one. Agreement must be certain. It means agreement must be clear. What is this? Agreement must be clear. That's it. Okay. Suppose if I'm demanding 100 liter of oil, that agreement is not clear. If I demand 100 liter of kerosene oil, then it is clear. So if the agreement will be clear, then it will be automatically convert into the valid contract. That's it. Okay, so this is the 8th point in which how the contract become the valid one. Now, agreement should not be declared void. Agreement should not be declared void. Now there is a one term void agreement, and there's a one term that is void contract. Can anyone define me that what is void agreement and what is void contract? Yes, class? Tell me. Yes, class. What is void agreement and what is void contract? Agreement is the promise should be acceptable. What is void agreement, sir? And what is void contract? Aditya Sharma, sir. It is not legally enforceable. Exactly. And what is void contract? It is void agreement that is agreed by both parties. It's a void, ma'am. Void. Contract should be lawful consideration. Exactly. In contract, the consideration should be lawful. It means legal, not illegal. Now, C class. The basic difference between void agreement and contract. C class. Agreement is there. Contract is there. Void agreement, void contract. So in the void agreement, it is only in that case. Void means from the initial stage, it is void. What I told you, from the initial stage, it is void. Example, minor. A very simple example, minor, this one. So what is void agreement, sir and ma'am? Void agreement means from the initial stage, it is void. So if any agreement is done by the minor, it cannot convert it into contract. The agreement which is done by minor from the initial stage, it is void. Void means that cannot be enforceable in the court. Exactly. Same other example, drugs example, it is void agreement. So this void agreement term is clear or not, class? Tell me. The void agreement term is clear or not? Tell me. Is that clear? Then we will proceed with the void contract. Then we will proceed with the void contract. Did you understand void agreement? These are the basic terms, class. Then once you get the concept now, then you can use this concept in your study also, in your bank also. Okay, now what is void contract? A very simple example. Suppose, Dhanu sir had just purchased the batch from Adda of JIB November 2022 because he want to give the exam. Okay, take it, Dhanu sir. The batch is not started. So, sir, the contract between you and Adda is right now a valid one because you have purchased and Adda is promising that the batch will start from 25th of September. Okay. So you are just waiting for the teaching services at this. Okay. Now at 22 September, a announcement come from IIBF that now no JIB exam will be there from this session. It means the promotion and the increment will be available by other method. Please listen this example. The increment and bonus will be given in another method. So can this contract can be executed? What will happen in that case now? There's an announcement, no more exam for JIB and CIB. What will happen then? And Dhanu sir already given the money. The money will be refunded exactly because the class has not been started. So now, before it was the valid contract now, but later on it become void. That is called void contract. Exactly. That is called void contract. So what is void contract? Initial stage it is valid, but later on it become void. That is called void contract. I think this definition is clear to all of you. This definition is clear to all of you or not? Void agreement and void contract. So now you can see the example of void agreement. Agreement without consideration is void. Exactly. Exactly, Sadhana. Agreement, if we are restraining someone that you do not have to marry. What is this? That agreement is void. These are the example of void agreement class. It means from the initial stage, it is void. Agreement in which we are preventing someone that you cannot do that work. Why? That agreement is void. We are restraining that you cannot file FIR on me. This is void. If the term is uncertain, unclear, if the act is impossible and in the way of wager. What is wager? The betting. Betting means just like a IPL match. In the IPL match, if I'm saying that if Kolkata will win, I will give 5 lakh rupees to Sujata ma'am. Sujata ma'am, I'm saying, ma'am, if Bangalore will win, I will give you this one. So the betting that we are doing for the IPL match, the betting is totally a void ab initio. The betting is totally the void ab initio. Exactly. It is illegal also, and we are studying void agreement. So void agreement means from the initial stage, from the starting point of view, it is void. So all the agreement that we have discussed, they are the void ab initio. Okay, the betting is illegal also because in India it is totally illegal. In India, it is totally illegal. And the last point is the valid contract, there should be the lawful object of the contract. Lawful object should be there. So this is the basic terms of valid contract, the essential points of valid contract. I know that these points are very new to you, so that's why revision is must required if you want to understand all the concept very sincerely. It is very important. Okay, class, shall I proceed with the next slide? Any doubts till now? We have done valid contract, void agreement, void contract. These three terms are very, very much important. Okay, now what is quasi contract? Okay, just tell me any doubt, class, because now we are going to study the different topic of the contract. Different means these are the part of the first chapter, that is Indian contract. Difference between those contract, which types of contracts, sir? Vinu, sir? Difference between those contract, ma'am. Which types of contracts, sir? Please, could you please tell me? Sir, void contract, I have just given you the example now. Aha, void ab initio is a simple word. It's a Latin term. Void ab initio is a Latin term. It means it's a different language. It means that void from initial stage. Void from initial stage, that is called void ab initio. Okay? And void is a simple English term. It's a Latin term. Okay? Now, what is quasi contract? Okay, class, what do you mean by the term quasi? Because you all know the term contract. What is quasi? Quasi is an English word. So, Raj Lakshmi, ma'am, you have said that, ma'am, quasi is simply a half. Exactly. Exactly, ma'am. Quasi means half. Exactly. So, what is half contract? See, I'm just telling you the one simple example of quasi contract. Then you can get to know and you can understand more example. A one simple example. Suppose class, Nikita ma'am is there. Okay, Nikita ma'am is there and Raj Lakshmi. They both are neighbor. Okay, Raj Lakshmi ma'am is there. Nikita ma'am ordered pizza from the Domino's. Okay, address Nikita ma'am given to this. Nikita's ma'am her home number is 901 and Raj Lakshmi ma'am 90001. Pizza delivery boy by mistake give pizza to Raj Lakshmi ma'am. Now Raj Lakshmi ma'am, by just getting the pizza, she was very happy and she just eaten all the pizza. Now class, tell me what will be the consequence in that case? And Nikita ma'am is waiting that where is pizza, where is pizza? And Raj Lakshmi ma'am eaten that pizza. Now what will happen, class? Tell me. What will happen in that case? Tell me what will happen in that case? Refund and pizza. Nikita ma'am will ask Raj Lakshmi ma'am, you have to refund my money and you can please order my same pizza. That is the simply result of this thing. So, what is the conclusion of this example? In the initial, it means in the starting, no intention to enter into contract. No intention to enter into contract, but later on, Raj ma'am have to enter into contract. Have to enter into contract. That is called quasi contract. Exactly, Dhanu sir. Exactly. Exactly. So what I have told you, first of all, see the single statement that No man must grow rich out of the another person loss. It is just a saying. It is just a quote that no man must grow rich out the another person loss. So Raj Lakshmi ma'am cannot take benefit. That is called quasi contract. Initially, she don't have no intention to enter into contract, but later on, when she ate, she have to give money. She have to give the pizza to Nikita ma'am. So later on, she have to enter into the contract. Ma'am, but he is entering with free consent. Exactly, Anirudh sir. But what she had done, that is right. Exactly, that is also the fault of pizza delivery boy. But if she was right on that time, she will call that pizza boy, na? She will call that person, na? Nikita ma'am. She will call Nikita ma'am, but she have done nothing. She have just eaten the pizza. So now Raj Lakshmi ma'am have to enter into the contract. There is no other chance. There is no other way. That is called quasi contract. But the delivery boy will face the loss. He will not face the loss, he will be punished. But the main culprit is Raj ma'am. Na? If she was right, she have to call that person na, because in pizza delivery boy in the slip the name is there, the address is there, but she has eaten. So she has and when eaten the pizza, so she have to enter into contract. Contract means she will offer the pair rupees to Nikita ma'am, etc. That is called quasi contract. That is called quasi contract. Simple. Okay. This is the basic example of this one. See, in the contract, the normal formula is agreement, that is offer plus acceptance is equal to agreement. Law enforceability, that is called contract. But in quasi contract, the contract is done. H and pizza. But agreement plus enforceability, that is done by later on. This is the best example to understand what is quasi contract. So you have to understand in my language that initially no intention to enter into contract, okay, but later on you have to enter into the contract. That is called quasi contract. What the question will come, the question will come in the, suppose the fact will be given. By reading the fact you have to conclude that whether this is a quasi contract or not. So you have to understand this formula only. You have to understand this formula only. Enforceability, ma'am. Suppose if parliament have made any law, how the law will implement on people, that is called enforceability. Okay ma'am, suppose in the valid contract ma'am, why there is a legal agreement will convert only into the contract, because in the legal agreement ma'am, if anything will happen, one person have a right to file the case, one person have a right to enforce his right in front of the court. That's why the legal agreement will be converted into the contract. That is called enforceability. To implement anything, okay, to implement anything, that is called enforceability. That's it. Now, contingent contract, that is also very important, a very simple one. Okay, you people know the term insurance, a very good example of contingent contract. What is insurance, class? You know this term. What happened in insurance, suppose Sujata ma'am have purchased the health insurance of Reliance company, right? Sujata ma'am have purchased the insurance, health insurance of Reliance company. So there is a valid contract between Sujata ma'am and Reliance company, because they both are of free concerned, capable, etc. Now, this contract will implement, this contract will enforce, this contract will execute. See, I have just used so much words. This contract will execute when anything happen to, anything happen to ma'am. That is called contingent contract. So when the valid contract is depend upon the event and that event is uncertain future event, because Reliance company is promising Sujata ma'am na, that if anything happen, we will pay. Because health insurance is there, so we will pay up to this limit. So when this contract is depend upon the event, that is called contingent contract. A very best example to understand. I think you all know that thing. But one thing is not come under contingent contract, and that is life insurance. Can anyone tell me why life insurance not come under the contingent contract? Yes, class. Exactly, Harsha ma'am. Your car insurance, bike insurance, house insurance, marine insurance, every insurance come under contingent contract. But not life insurance. Why? This is important one. This question is already come in your exam. Yes, class. Why not life insurance come under the contingent contract? Tell me. Because everyone die. Exactly, it's a Praneeth sir. Praneeth sir, in the life insurance class, the amount is fixed. That is the main reason. But in simple this, the amount is not fixed now. We know that suppose in the health insurance we have purchased the insurance of 7 lakh up to 7 lakh. But suppose if anything is done, anything happen, any accident happen, that whole money will not given to this person. Okay, the whole money will not given. Whatever she had suppose of 2 lakh, 2 lakh will be given Reliance company to this person. But in that, suppose if I purchase the life insurance of 2 crore, so this 2 crore will be given to me. Exactly. So that's why life insurance not comes under the condition. So this is the basic example to understand this one. See, meaning, understand the meaning. If two or more parties enter into contract to do or not to do something, if the event which is collateral to the contract, event that I have told you, uncertain future event that is collateral to the contract, and that contract should be the valid contract. This is called contingent contract. This is called contingent contract. Exactly, Harshana. See another example. X agreed to pay Y the sum of money if a certain ship does not return. What is the event? Event is ship not return, and the contract is X will pay Y a sum of money. The ship sunk, ship डूब गया. So when the ship sunk, the contract can be enforced. When the contract enforced means X have to pay Y a sum of money. That is called contingent contract. Okay, class, now tell me, any doubt in contingent, wagering, quasi? Yes. Then we will start the next discharge of contract. Any doubt, class? Tell me. See, we have done the meaning in general principle of contract. We have done the formula of the contract. Then essential points, that is very important, essential points of valid contract. Valid contract. In this point, we have covered so many things. Then we have done the quasi contract. We have done the contingent contract. Yes. Any doubt? Shanta ma'am, contingent contract is equal to insurance. Shanta ma'am, of your car, did you have taken the insurance of your car? Did you taken the insurance of this one health? If you taken the insurance, then contingent contract is that. In- Insurance is equal to this one. Please explain why fixed amount in life insurance is not contingent. Prabhu sir, it is contingent, but Simply, in the contingent contract, what special thing is there? That event is uncertain and that contract is valid. These two terms are exactly, and these two terms are also happening in the life insurance. In life insurance also, these two terms are done. But in this life insurance, the amount is fixed now. If the amount is fixed, we cannot say that this can be come in this one, a contingent one. But in this other insurance, we know that if we purchase the insurance of 10 lakh, but we will get not exactly 10 lakh. Suppose if we admit it only for the 2 days, it may be it will cost 3 lakh rupees for 2 days. The amount is that thing. But in this one, if we purchase 2 crore, 1 crore, 5 crore, everything, suppose 5 crore, when the person will die, the 5 crore will be automatically given to this, automatically. And this is also called, this concept is also called indemnity. We will study this concept in the special principle of contract, indemnity. Okay, so indemnity, contract of indemnity, that is a special term in the special principle of contract. Did you understand? Okay. What is quasi contract? Quasi contracts are simply, it's a half contract. Half contract. Half means in the valid contract, we have to fulfill the essential points in the valid contract right now. But in quasi contract, first of all, we will do the contract and then formalities will be fulfilled. Then formalities will be fulfilled. That is called this quasi contract. Another example, sir, of quasi contract, another example. Suppose this is my car. I just given this car for servicing. Okay, I just given this car for servicing, and the servicing will cost suppose 5,000 rupees. Okay, now when the mechanic was doing servicing, he saw that my brake of the car is also damaged. In that case, I have a contract between only the servicing na, of 5,000 rupees, but the mechanic also, you know, the brake which was damaged, he just, मतलब उसने brake को क्या कर दिया, बना दिया. He just repaired the brake of my car. In that case, the brake, I have not entered into contract with this mechanic now, but I have to pay this much amount. Suppose this costs 2,000. So this is called contract and this is called quasi contract. Another example. So what I have told you, in quasi contract, initial, I don't want to enter into contract of brake, but later on I have to pay the money of brake because brake is the important things in car. I have to pay. That is called quasi contract. A simple term. Okay. Now, discharge of contract. What is discharge? That is end of contract. That is tata bye-bye of the contract. Tata bye-bye of the contract. How the contract can be end? Discharge by performance. What is performance? X and Y is doing contract. X is saying, if you paint this, I will give you 5 lakh rupees. Y paint the painting and X person give the 5 lakh rupees. So if both the party have fulfilled the work, that is called the contract will be discharged. It means by performance of the promise, the contract will be discharged. That is end. First point is clear. First point is clear, class. What is discharge by performance? Clear? Next. Discharge by impossibility. The thing is not possible. The thing is not possible. In that case, the contract will be automatically discharged. Deepika ma'am, performance means you have to perform. Suppose Deepika ma'am, you have given Adda 3,000 rupees for this batch. You have submitted the rupees. Now 1 month gone. I have already given you the lecture of 30 days. I have performed, you have performed, my contract will be finished. The contract between Deepika ma'am and Adda will be finished. It means both party Deepika ma'am have performed their promise. So if the party will perform their promise, the contract will be automatically end. End means now you cannot file a case on me. I cannot file a case on you. You cannot enforce your right. I cannot enforce my right. That's it. Did you understand, Deepika ma'am? Understand? Okay. Impossibility means simply the star example. Sir, if you bring the star, I will give you 5 lakh rupees. Oh, ma'am, what are you saying? That is not possible. So, if the thing is not possible, the contract will be automatically discharged. End. Discharge by agreement. Agreement means X and Y have made an agreement. The consideration was 5 lakh rupees. But after 2 days, X say that, okay, you can give me only 2 lakh rupees for that car. When there is a change in the contract, so you can say that the original contract will be end, the new contract will come into existence. So new contract means that is the agreement. Agreement will now convert into the contract. Exactly, Prabhu sir. The thing which is impossible, that is but obvious, that is called the void agreement. We have already read, sir. Exactly, Prabhu sir. The impossible thing is absolutely a void agreement. Exactly, Prabhu sir. Okay, so agreement means simply a new agreement is made. So when new agreement is made, the old one will automatically end. Okay, next, lapse of time. Lapse of time means X and Y is doing the contract. X is saying that you have to submit the 1 lakh rupees for the this my car at 20 September. But why submitted the rupees at 25 September? 25 September, but 20 September is there. So 20 September is there. It means the contract will be, there's a lapse of time. It means Y person have not submitted the rupees at the exact time. The contract will be end because time has already gone. Sananta ma'am, you are saying that in case the agreement itself is void, if the agreement is void, then automatically it will not convert into the contract. Then it will be the end of the agreement. And if agreement is end, no contract will be made. We are studying, ma'am, this discharge of contract. Discharge, how to end the contract. So these are the way in which we can end the contract. Okay, ma'am? Operation of law, there is an entry of law. Entry means X and Y enter into contract. Okay. X is selling his property to Y person for the rupees 5 lakh rupees. But now this property now belongs to the government. This property now belongs to the government. Can this agreement will be executed? Tell me. Can now X person will give property to the Y person? Tell me. The answer is no. Why? Because there is an entry of law. The government had made something. The contract will be discharged. And the last one is breach of contract. That is, breach means violation of contract. What is breach? Violation of contract. Infringement of the contract. X, Y is there. X is the manager of any hotel. X is saying to Y person that you have to sing 1 month song in our hotel and I will give you for each song 20 lakh rupees. Y is Badshah or Honey Singh or any singer. Now Why person only sing for 15 days and he just now after 15 days he just breached the contract. So if he breached the contract will be automatically discharged. Okay. Lapse of time means time is over. Time is over. When the time is over, you cannot execute the contract. The contract is end. Abhilash sir, operation of law means when the law will interfere into the contract, you cannot do anything. You have to discharge the contract, just like the property example. The property which I'm selling to you, but that property now comes under the government area. So in that case, I cannot execute my contract. That is, my contract will be discharged. And okay, I'm just giving you a one more example of this one. See, sir, impossibility. Okay, suppose X person marriage is there. A simple example: X person marriage is there on 30 of September, right? X person done the contract between Y, and Y is, you can say, the sweet, mithai wala. It's a sweet person, mithai wala. Okay. X said to Y that at 25 September you have to give me 100 kg of sweet. Just see this question, sir. Okay, 100 kg of sweets. But on 26 September, the government ordered that from now onwards, every marriage is going to be postponed. Okay, postponed. Now tell me, sir, now is that possible? The marriage or the contract between X and Y? It's a Jelepali, sir. Is that possible? In the initial stage, it is possible. Right now, because no order is come from the this one government. Now in 26 September, the all marriage, it's a government order, and everybody have to understand this one order. Everyone have to learn this order. Now the marriage will be postponed. So what will happen with the 100 kg of mithai? So that's why that is impossible. So impossible means now the contract will be automatically end. Is that okay, Jilupali sir? Raju sir, breach of contract means end of the. You have just, you can say that breach. Suppose you have taken the paid batch from under 24/7. Okay, you have paid the money, but now Adda is saying I will not give you teaching services. So what Adda is doing, Raju sir? Breach of contract. It's the end of contract. You can file the case on me. Don't file. Okay, you can file the case on me. Okay, that is called breach of contract. For breach of contract, you can demand compensation from Adda also. Okay, you can demand compensation from Adda also. Okay, Krati ma'am, suppose lapse of time, the time gone. Just a minute. Performance, sir, you have given 3,000 rupees for this batch. You have done your performance. Adda is giving you teaching services. I'm teaching LRB subject, PPB, AFB, all subject finished. It means you have performed your promise. Adda have performed your promise. Then the contract will be end. Finish. That is called performance. Exactly, Shivangi ma'am. The lapse of time, suppose for the loan amount, you have to pay the loan amount, whatever the loan you have taken, loan amount 90 days. After 90 days, the time will finish. That will declare as the NP. Excellent, ma'am. That is called lapse of time. The time gone. Okay, Krati ma'am, it's a lapse of time. Every contract, ma'am, every contract have to done within time. Okay, within time, every contract have to done. If the time will finish, then the contract will automatically end. Exactly, the loan amount is different. I just given the one example. One example. Yes, class. So today we have finished the general principle of contract. From tomorrow onwards, we will focus on the spatial principle of contract. But for spatial principle of contract, this segment is very important. To understand the spatial principle of contract, class, this general principle of contract terms are very important. So please revise this syllabus. Revise this syllabus. Okay, this is the way in which we can end the contract. So class, please revise that what we have done in this one. Simply, the formula of contract is very important. You have to revise formula of contract. Then we have read section 10. Section 10 is the essential point of valid contract. That is very, very much important. Okay, valid contract. Third is quasi contract. Fourth is contingent contract. Fifth is discharge of contract, a short form. Okay. I'm just telling you the one more example of lapse of time. Lapse of time. Okay. Suppose X and Y have done the contract. Okay. Done the contract. In that case, suppose X have to pay the money. Suppose Y is the bank and X and Y have given 15 lakh loan to X person. Okay. X have to pay that loan within 3 years. Within 3 years, this is the time for X to pay the money. But in within 3 years, X have not paid the money. What will happen? The contract between X and Y will finish. Now Y have a right to file the case on X person. That's it. Okay. This is the essential points of valid contract, sir. Essential points, whatever we have done in section 10 of the valid contract, these are the explanation or elaboration of your section 10 of the Indian Contract Act. Exactly, it's a Koteshwar Kumar, sir. Exactly. The contract between the bank and guardian is acceptable. Yes, yes. Because suppose there are so many minor children are doing work, so it means the guardian are just take care of this one. Okay. So class, this is all about your general principle of contract. So tomorrow we will discuss the spatial principle of contract. So please focus on these. And tomorrow I will give you the link of this contract questions. Link of the contract questions. Okay. And if it is possible, if you have a time, you can please go to the Officers Adda YouTube channel. If you go to the Officers Adda YouTube channel, you can see the playlist. If you click on playlist, you can see all the classes from class 1 to till now, because all classes are important. Exactly, Sarar sir. Minor means, sir, below 18 is called as a minor person. Below 18. Okay, Sarat Pallam sir. Below 18, that person will be called as a minor person. Okay. So please revise all the things. Okay. All the things are important. Ravinder sir, operation of law, that is basically, suppose sir, this is the national highway. Okay. This is the national highway. Okay, sir. National highway. Now, sir, you want to, this is the national highway, and this is your property, Ravinder sir. Okay, this is your land. Okay, now you want to sold this land to the Suppose Y person, okay, you want to sell this land to the Y person of 10 crore rupees, okay. Now, sir, now government want that this property, this land will also come under the government authority. So what will done? Operation of law means government is law, the law made by the government. So if this property also come under the government, now the contract between you and Y will automatically end. That is called discharge by operation of law. Ravinder sir. Jalipalli sir, I think the ma'am is not well, so that's why the PBB classes are not going on. Okay, the ma'am is not well, sir. Amanjot ma'am is not well. Okay, sir. Once she will get right, she will come. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. And please keep remind this batch, which is very important. It's contain 3000 plus MCQ, in which previous questions we will discuss, case studies question we will discuss, and the recorded videos are there. And extra 3000 question will be there as a test series. So if you want to get enrolled, simply you have to use the code that is Y391 for the maximum discount. Okay. So if you want to get enrolled, so simply what you have to do, all courses, JIIB, CAIIB, it's a bilingual. Click on bilingual and you can see the batches. Click on this one, okay, and you can see test series, videos, recorded class, 216 ebooks are there, live classes are there. So click on view offer and then put the coupon code Y391. Click on apply. You can see the discount 77% is the discount. Excellent. Okay. So excellent, Sudhakar sir, Gangadhar sir. Excellent. Don't worry, Vijay ma'am. Okay. So this is all about your this batch. Okay. If you want to enroll, the batch is going to be start from 3rd of October. Okay. Thank you so much. Suchi ma'am, revision. Okay. Revision. That's make you that's create the confidence in you. Okay. Excellent, Indraja ma'am.